Most people who left Maroa didn't mean to. They didn't pack up in anger. They didn't announce anything. They just followed the work. College first, then a job that was supposed to be temporary, then another one that paid a little more, then kids, then a house that made sense on paper. Before they realized it, Maroa was something they talked about instead of lived in. They told people where they were from, the way you give directions to a place that doesn't exist anymore. It's a small town, about an hour from here. You probably wouldn't know it. They learned to say it quickly, before anyone asked why they left. Because the answer was never clean. There were things Maroa didn't have. Jobs that paid enough. Opportunities that stayed. Reasons to come back once you'd gone. Everyone knew that. What surprised them was what Maroa did have. The things that didn't show up until they were gone. They missed knowing who they were standing next to. Not in a networking way, in a real way. They missed running into people without scheduling it. Seeing the same faces in different places. Knowing which truck belonged to who without thinking about it. They missed the way time worked there. How evenings stretched longer. How nothing started exactly on time, but everything eventually happened. How the pace of the place made room for conversation instead of filling it. They missed being able to stop somewhere without explaining themselves. A hardware store where you didn't need a receipt. A diner where the coffee kept coming until you said stop. A school where the secretary knew why you were there before you opened your mouth. They didn't miss the lack of options. They didn't miss the pain. They didn't miss feeling stuck. What they missed was the feeling that their life belonged to a place, not just a calendar. In the cities where they ended up, everything worked better. That was the selling point. The roads were smoother. The systems were faster. The choices were endless. But nothing held. Every relationship felt temporary. Every neighbor felt replaceable. Every place felt like it would look the same, even if you left tomorrow. They learned how to live life efficiently. They learned how to be busy, how to schedule, how to explain themselves. What they never quite learned was how to relax into a place again. When they came back to Maroa to visit, it was never for long. A holiday, a game, a funeral. They noticed what had changed. The stores that were gone, the empty buildings, the jobs that never came back. But what hit them harder was what hadn't changed. The way people still waved. The way conversations picked up where they left off. The way the place remembered them even when they didn't live there anymore. They'd sit on a porch or a kitchen table and feel something loosen. Not because everything was better, but because not everything was measured. Sometimes they'd think, I could live here again. And for a moment, it would feel true. If work were different. If timing were better. If life were more flexible. Then reality would settle back in. Maroa wasn't built for remote jobs. It wasn't built for ambition. It wasn't built for leaving and coming back without cost. So they'd drive away again. Back to places that made sense. And somewhere on the highway, they'd feel the familiar mix of relief and loss. They didn't leave because they wanted to. They left because Maroa couldn't hold what their lives became. But even years later, when people asked where they were from, the answer came out the same. Not the city they lived in, not the place they worked. They still said Maroa. I still say Maroa. I always will.